What is going on, everybody? We are here with my brand new Tacomo 101 tees. We're going to go full in-depth review. Price, how long it took to get them, what I think about them, and are they worth it from an unsponsored point of view. In my hand, I have the pitching wedge, and I ordered 4 through P. I had a 1/2 inch extension, mid-sized grips, and 2 degrees upright. I'm 6'3", and I've never had clubs fitted for me. So personally, I haven't noticed a difference in the fitting compared to my 15-year-old clubs that I was using that were hand-me-downs. At address, I can definitely tell a difference, especially getting in the sim, changing up my swing a little bit. If I bend my knees a little bit more, I can definitely tell that it's bent upright and is a little bit longer. Okay, start us off here. I have the pitching wedge in my hand. If you can see in the top left up here, that was struck just slightly off the hill, but I have noticed that off the hill feels so much better than off the toe on these clubs. That felt as pure as could be. I really thought I pured that as sweet as I can get, and I'm looking for about 140 carry on my pitching wedge, and we got 142.7 carry there. So right off the hill, that felt pretty sweet. So in my opinion, the forgiveness on the hill is a lot better than off the toe. So that one was also off the hill. It was a little thin off the hill, and it carried 132. So being a little bit of a higher handicap golfer, I'm hoping at best, it would be awesome if my misses were only 8 yards off my target. I can work with 8 yards off, 10 yards off. I was really concerned in getting the 101 tees instead of the 101s in terms of forgiveness, but I haven't noticed anything so far. If I'm going to miss, I'm going to miss the ball. And only missing thin off the hill there and still hitting it 132 carry, that's perfect for me. I was really concerned that my misses might be 30 yards short. I will tell you, when you hit it on the sweet spot on these clubs, just like any other club, it's going to feel like straight butter. But the misses, you can really feel. It's almost like when you would play baseball and hit it off the skinny part, that's how your misses feel on these. Instead of my old clubs, your misses, you would know you missed, but you wouldn't feel the feedback as much. I'm going to hit a couple of every club here. This is the 9-iron. I'm going to aim for about a 160 carry, 155 carry. All right, that felt like that struck that good. It was a little off the hill, but I'm feeling like I'm striking it good, and it's still closer to the hill. That's how I think forgiving, or like the feeling of the sweet spot really feels like it's in here. When I'm hitting it out here, I can really feel it out here. In here, it just feels so butter. Still have yet to pure one. And in terms of the 2-degree upright loft, I do really notice it on the longer the iron gets. There we go. Oh, that one felt the best. 162 carry. That felt so smooth. Okay, let's move on to the 8-iron. The forgiveness does feel more solid than I thought it would, because these are players irons, I believe, and then something like the 101 is going to be max forgiveness. It's a little off the hosel. I don't know why I'm so hilly today. Last time I came, it was toe. But that's 168, pretty dang close to the hosel. That was a good swing. It was a good swing. 160, 1.5 carry. Now, I did hit the T200s. I hit the Ping I-525s or the I-530s. And then I hit the Mizuno JPXs, hot metals. In my opinion, the hot metals, including these, I think these feel just as good as the T200 or the I-5, probably better, in my opinion. When you hit it sweet. But the Mizunos, those were some of the best feeling irons I've ever hit. Even when hitting the sweet spot on the Mizunos, they were pure butter. Okay, moving over to the 7. 7, I'm going to look for about a 180 carry. Now, one thing before I got these irons and was able to get into the sim and really start swinging the club, I had a lot smoother of a swing. That was my swing thought. It was smooth. So when I got these irons and I came in here and I was just trying to smooth, my misses were drastic. Whenever I would hit off the toe, it did feel like I was losing 30, 40 yards. But as my swing speed increased, hitting off the toe, hitting off the heel, feels like I'm able to have a smaller miss in terms of distance. All right, that was a pretty solid strike. It did 176. It was a pretty solid strike. It was the distance I wanted to play it, but it still didn't feel like butter. I've noticed, I feel like this is obvious, but I just have noticed on these like less forgiving irons, when you want it to feel like butter, you really got to get into that sweet spot. See, that was a little hill, 177. That felt really good. It felt like that was the number. See if I can get one square face here. There we go. That's a toe ball. I'm glad I finally hit one so I can show you guys. That was toe, about the same club speed. And it was just very slightly toe. And we're losing 20 yards of distance. So like I said, I think on these, the hill is going to be more of a better miss than the toe. Okay, in terms of price, what did I pay for these? So I think I believe I paid $630 after tax and shipping. Whereas like I said, the Mizuno JPXs, when I hit those were some of the best clubs I ever hit. But the price tag was at like $1,000, and I just felt I wasn't ready to drop $1,000 on a set of clubs. And if you go with the 101s that are more of like the model like the Mizuno JPXs, they're only $499. So include shipping in there, $525 depending on your state and your taxes. 6 iron here. Let's try to get 160 or 190. Sorry. There we go. That felt good. It was a little off the hill again, and it still feels really good. 192 carry. These clubs, I think, took me, I want to say it was 8 weeks to get. I think it was 8 weeks. I looked online. I was updating the shipping. Nothing ever popped up. I know a lot of reviews say they have bad customer service. That's the one problem. I never contacted customer service. But one day I got home and they were at my door. It never told me they started on the order. It never told me they shipped. I just came home and they were at my door. And it did initially, when you purchase them, it does say that it will update for you. And I was updating every day. And I was getting anxious, and I was worried that sometime maybe it got lost in shipping. Maybe it'll be 4 months before I get them, because it was around the Christmas time. And so I'm happy with the time that it took. I knew going into it would take 4 to 12 weeks. And I got it at 8 weeks. I was very happy with that. I'm just not happy that my shipping update never got updated. I never got an email that it was being shipped or to look out for it. So I'm not happy about that. But they came, everything was great on them. Just not happy about not getting a shipping update. There we go. It was a lot smoother of a swing. 180 carry. That did feel pretty buttery. This is the 6-iron, and it was more towards what you would call the center. Maybe just a little toe, but it still feels good. It still feels responsive up there. That is money. 195 carry, 6-iron. Feels really good. I'd say my favorite thing so far about these clubs is just looking at them. I think the grip looks amazing. The sticker, the KBS sticker, the shaft looks great. The hosel looks amazing. And then just the club itself just looks amazing. I've never had my own set. I had a hand-me-down. They were 20-year-old clubs. They were super chunky. They weren't visually pleasing to me. And then getting these, like, they're just P790s or I530s just with Takomo. 5-iron. Let's get this 200. Okay. Little pull there. Got it 219. That feels flush. When you flush these irons, it really feels like you're not even hitting the ball. It just feels like you swing it. That's more of what I like. 207 carry there. That felt really good. Oh, yeah, that feels good. 210 carry there. I've noticed on these clubs as well, maybe because they're fitted to me, I am striking my long irons a lot better. My previous set, I could never hit the 4, 5, or 6. I might as well just hit a 7 and lay up if I'm 200 out. Moving on to the 4-iron, and this is the last club of the set. Like to get a 210, 220 carry. Yeah, that feels good. 201. Then didn't swing as fast. So let's start with the pros of these clubs. The cost, that's the biggest one for me. The look of them, that's a huge one for me too. That plays into your confidence. And the feel when you strike it good. They feel like a really good club. I'm not going to sit here and say they feel the best, because in my opinion, the Mizunos that I hit felt the best. What are the cons? The cons, shipping update, that's big for me. When I order $600 clubs, I want to be updated on the shipment. I want to know when they're coming to my door. I need to know if I need to be home from work early to pick them up so somebody doesn't take them off my doorstep. Another con, I think this is just a problem with my swing, not the club. But I will put it out there because I've also read other people having these issues. The spin rate for me is a lot lower. That might not be the club. More than likely that's fault of my swing. So sticking to greens might be a lot more challenging with these clubs. On top of that, I have also read that these grooves wear down. This is a new brand. They're hot right now. People haven't really tested them for 5 years. You know, I've read people that have had these clubs for 3 or 4 years. Their grooves are wearing down faster than, a name brand would. So all in all, if money was not an issue, I would probably go with those Mizunos that I hit. And I haven't tested everything. It was just a small fraction of what I hit, and those Mizunos felt like butter. If money wasn't an issue, I might go for something more. But with that being said, if money wasn't an issue, I'm taking these over the Titleist T200s. I'm probably taking these over the Ping I530s. And I'm a Ping guy. I've always loved Ping my entire life. So I'm probably taking these over those two. So the Mizunos were the most forgiving irons. So the 101s might be able to compete right there with those Mizunos. And this is the 101T. And these are supposed to be competing against the P770s, the I530s, the T200s. So I'm taking these over any of those. That I hit all of them. I didn't like them. They didn't feel good to hit. I don't think I ever hit the sweet spot on them. So I can't speak for the 101s, but the 101s might feel just as good as those Mizunos. If you have any questions that I did not answer, let me know in the comments. I just got these. The season's coming up. I'm going to be playing with them for forever, probably. The season's coming up. I haven't got a lot of rounds in. Any round I've got in with them, it's been like 30 degrees out. So I don't want to judge a 30-degree round. So if I didn't answer any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm always looking at the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just super thankful to have gotten into the sim and really put these things to test. Any other time before the sim, I was only able to get out on the course on my off days. Wasn't really able to put them through a full test. And now that I've been testing them out, I'm really coming around. I'm not gonna lie, when I very first got them, took them to the course, I felt like I made a huge mistake. I didn't like them. They didn't feel good. I felt like I got 10 strokes worse. Now that I'm at the sim, got a round in with them, shot 83. It's a pretty good score for me. And that's the start of the season. So I'm hoping throughout the rest of the year we can progress. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any more questions. Peace.